What a freaking meltdown by the Dodgers bullpen. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven. We're back with MLB Best Bets for Wednesday, June 7th. That's right, it's already the 7th of June. A 2-2 night. You heard it in the cold intro, guys. I have no freaking clue what happened to the Dodgers bullpen, but they were not ready to play at all. And that irritated me. But you know what? It should have been an easy 3-1 night. They had an 8-3 lead in that game. Freddie Freeman hit a grand slam. It should have been over. They lost the game outright at 9-8. Unbelievable. Anyways, welcome to baseball. Before we dive into today's show, like, subscribe, comment. Thank you guys for the support. I want to reach 200 likes. I don't know if we've done it more than maybe once or twice. If you're watching the video, please just hit like for all the work that we do. We'd really appreciate it. So thank you for that. We talked last time about an MLB behind the scenes video about talking with you guys and bets and all that. We got the NBA Finals tonight, and we didn't really think about it. So we're not going to do that tonight, but we are going to figure out a date very soon to do that. It doesn't make sense to do it on an NBA night, so we can all enjoy some basketball. But anyways, just want to let you guys know there. Some big MLB news today. I know some of you guys hate when I talk in the intro a little bit about different things other than bets, but it is what it is. It's my podcast, so I want to do it. Jacob DeGrom, Tommy John surgery. Holy crap. I have to say this, guys. I have no clue, and I said this before they signed him. How in the world do the Texas Rangers sign this guy to a 5-year, what is it, $185 million deal? It makes no sense. First of all, he's 35 years old, so you're signing him until he's 40. He has thrown 254.2 innings in the last 3.5 seasons combined. It doesn't make sense. No more than 92 innings in one season since 2019. I wish I could barely do anything and make 185 million. That's absolutely insane. I did read today they might have some sort of insurance for the future where they can save some money if he goes under the knife with the Tommy John, but still they're losing a ton of money and not getting anything from him. He is going to be out a minimum of 12 months, so that hurts. But what do you expect? I have no idea what they're doing. The next one, Alek Manoah, starting pitcher, demoted to I want to say AAA, but it's not. He's actually going to the Florida Complex League. For you Blue Jay fans, anybody else, I'm actually curious. Why in the world is he going to the Florida Complex League? I read that is for like teenagers and people that were just drafted. Is he really that bad right now where he needs to start over and really work on his mechanics? It's usually you go down to AAA or AA. But anyways, that's a big drop. So I was curious as to why he did that. According to reports, he came in overweight to camp and all that, and he just hasn't looked good. He's a guy that relies on control and missing barrels because he's not a high strikeout guy, and he was not doing any of that. He was hitting a lot of barrels this year. But anyways, those are the two big news for the big starting pitchers. Manoah was a stud last year, but not so much. And DeGrom, nothing new, really, honestly. It's unfortunate for him. That sucks. Tommy John at age 35 is not going to be easy to recover from. But all right, I'm done talking baseball. Sorry about that. But either way, we got hitter matchups, pitcher matchups. We got our three best bets, like always. I'm ready to get into it. Let's go to the bets recap page. There it is. Zach Eflin, 5+ Ks, Rays money line. Zach Eflin had 3 after the first inning, and I think he hit 5 in the second inning, maybe third inning. I don't remember exactly now, but that was an easy cash, and the Rays won like 7-0. Just an easy plus 108 winner. This added bet I had was absolutely ridiculously bad. Mitch Keller, 7+ Ks, and the Pirates money line. Pirates lost 11-2 to the A's, and Keller couldn't strike out anybody, and he looks like he's falling apart a little bit the last few games. So I don't know what the heck happened there, but at least there were 2 no sweat losses on that one. We didn't have to worry about it for just one bet. Freddie Freeman, Eddie Rosario, 1+ hit each. This one made us sweat to the end. Freeman, grand slam to what I thought was going to win the game and maybe win 2 bets for me. And then Eddie Rosario took him to the last at bat of the game for him, and he strokes a double for us for a nice win. And the Dodgers -1.5. I don't need to talk about it anymore. The ninth inning guy, their freaking bullpen. Keep telling Matt, their bullpen. He came in and he walked 3 guys in the ninth inning and hit a batter. That is just not you can't. That's unacceptable. That's not being ready to play. There's something wrong with that. That's the one thing that drives me crazy about bullpen arms. They literally sit out there all day and they have one job and they come in and walk guys and hit guys. Oh, it's a pet peeve of mine for baseball. That was brutal. Anyways, another ho hum, 2-2 night, down 0.17. I mean, pretty much even. 124 and 120, down 0.71 units. Man, we're gonna catch some breaks, but that's right. It happens. It's baseball. That's why we love it. But, anyways, other than that, before we dive into the good hitter matchups, let's talk about Thrive Fantasy. There it is, the new free square. Great promotion right now, guys, with our sponsor Thrive Fantasy. 100% first deposit match up to $250. All you have to make sure is that you deposit at least $25, and they'll match it up to $250. Use that promo code Jabo or the link below. The free square today is Jamal Murray over a half a point. That won't be any problem. All you got to do is go sign up, get the free money, put that free square and add it to another leg. You make a two-leg parlay, and there it is. You get 3.2 times your bet. If you want to add it to two other legs and go 3 for 3, you can get 5.2 times your bet. I mean, guys, you can start out with a ton of money but while only putting in a little. It's just a crazy deal. You got to jump on it if you haven't. It's eligible in over 30 states, so hopefully you guys live in a state that does it. But yeah, there's all the numbers for it. Jamal Murray over a half a point is the free square. There it is, baby. Let's get a nice winner to start out some player props. So there we go. You can add it to a baseball bet too, by the way. Just letting you know, it doesn't have to be just two basketball props. So, all right, it's time. Let's get into the hitter matchups. All right, let's go. We got 7 good hitter matchups for you today. It starts out with Mr. Anthony Rizzo, 12 of 37, 5 doubles, and 2 home runs versus Lance Lynn. Rizzo plays for the Yankees. Eugenio Suarez of the Mariners, 13 for 32, 2 doubles, and 1 home run versus Michael Waka Waka. And the third one, Ryan McMahon of the Colorado Rockies, 9 for 25, 2 doubles, and 1 home run versus Logan Webb. And then we got Charlie Blackmon of the Colorado Rockies as well, 10 for 24, 3 doubles, and 1 home run versus Logan Webb. And then the next one, Gene Segura, the ex-Mariner, 6 of 18 with 6 singles versus Jordan Lyles. So no power, just some singles. And then the next one, another ex-Mariner, the big guy that reminds me of Chris Farley, Daniel Vogelback, 5 for 15, 1 double, and 2 home runs versus Uncle Charlie Morton. And then Yordan Alvarez, 4 for 12, 3 home runs versus Chris Bassett. Yordan plays for the Astros. Vogelback, if you are looking for him, by the way, he plays for the Mets, and Segura plays for the Marlins. So some of you guys like to get the team, so just want to let you guys know. So there we go. Those are the 7 best hitter matchups. Let's move on to the pitcher matchups. All right, we got 3 good pitcher matchups. That's right. That's all we got. That Mitch Keller one yesterday did not work, but I think some of the other ones may have. But here we go. First one, Michael Waka Waka versus my Mariners. We all know it. 6th highest K percentage versus righties, 24.9% in the last month. Michael Waka, 57 Ks in 62 innings. Next one, Edward Cabrera versus the Royals. Royals, 7th highest K percentage versus righties. And Cabrera, 76 Ks in 58 innings. I know, that's crazy. In his only 4 home games, he has 8 Ks, 12 Ks, 6 Ks, and 10 Ks last start. He's pretty good at home. Not just Ks wise, but he's pretty good pitcher at home. The last one, Jaime Barria. I think I said that right. Versus the Cubbies. Cubs, second highest K percentage versus righties in the last month. And Barria, 34 Ks in 34 innings. So with Barria, he's only had 2 starts. One of them may have been another starter, maybe 3 starts. But in the 2 starts where he threw exactly 5 innings, he had 6 Ks in each game. So he's had a lot of showing. He has a lot of games and appearances from the bullpen where he just threw 1 inning, maybe 2 innings. But they're giving him the start again, which I think is his 3rd start, maybe 4th. But just something to keep in mind because on those 2 starts, he went 5 innings. So he's not probably a guy that's going to go 7 innings through 105 pitches or anything. But he did have 6 Ks in each game in those. So, anyways, those are the 3 best pitcher strikeout matchups. It is time for the best bets. Game number 1 takes us to the nation's capital, Arizona Diamondbacks at the Washington Nationals. Arizona money line minus 130, Nats money line plus 110 with an over-under of 9 runs. I'm going to get right into my best bet. It's going to be the over 9 runs in this game. Now, I know there's going to be some books that have 9.5. I don't think it's at 10 yet. There's a chance it gets there. If it's at 9.5, I still really like it, obviously. But it gets to 10, I may lower the unit size to half or 3/4 unit, something like that. But this thing's moving. I just saw 9 on FanDuel, and I released it to Discord a couple hours before this video, so they have it. But you know what, guys? There's going to be a ton of runs. 78 degrees over there at the nation's capital. We got Zach Davies on the mound for the Diamondbacks. 5.4 ERA. He has given up 21 hits in 18.1 innings, and he's just bad overall. 17.1% K rate, which is extremely low, and 11% walk rate. When you have 11 to 17% walk to strikeout rate, that is not good at all. They should not be that close. He only throws about 89, 90 miles an hour. He's just not a very good pitcher, to be honest. I think he's 30, 31 years old. He's from my neck of the woods, though. He is from around here, but I still can't back him here. On the other side, Patrick Corbin, the lefty, he used to be an automatic fade. Now he's just a decent fade right now. 4.92 ERA, but here's the kicker, guys. A ridiculously high 36.5% hard contact. That is freaking bad. 6th percentile with hard contact given up. He has a 14% K rate, not striking out a lot of guys either, which is in the 8th percentile. So we got two guys that are striking out at 17 and 14% K rates. There's going to be a lot of bats on the balls, and there's going to be a lot of runs in this game. The Nats bullpen also behind him has been absolutely atrocious. They have the fourth worst ERA, over a 5 in the last month, so they're going to give up some runs. The Diamondbacks are like right middle of the pack in the last month, but overall they're below average too. So we got two bad starting pitchers, we got two bad bullpens, and two lineups that have actually kind of been hitting the ball pretty well. Here is the Nationals' last 6 games. This is crazy to me. Here's the total of those games, the total runs in those games: 12, 16, 15, and then a 6, 14, and 15. 5 of those 6 have gone to 12 runs or more. And let's see, 4 of those 6 have had 14 or more runs. That's crazy. All I need is 10. That's it. So great day in Washington for more runs. Over 9 runs is my best bet in this game. Let's move on to game number 2. All right, it's time for another hitter parlay. We have won 2 in a row. Let's see if we can make it 3 in a row. I know we should have just done a ladder challenge with it. We will get there soon. Don't worry. But here we go. The hitter parlay for today: Lamont Wade Jr. and Spencer Steer, 1+ hit each at -115. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Two household names, superstars, right? No, we're gonna go lesser names today. We got Lamont Wade, 1+ hit. Here's the deal: he's going against Connor Siebold at Coors Field. There's not a much better sentence you can say than that right there. Siebold gives up 10.4 hits per 9 innings. Wade is hitting 308 in the last 15 games. He has 1+ hit in 11 of his last 13 games. And last night at Coors Field, he had 3 hits. All we need is one freaking hit. I'm expecting 5 or 6 at bats from him because he's in the leadoff hole. The over under in this game is 11 runs. There's going to be a lot of at bats. I like that. 1+ hit for Wade. Second part: Spencer Steer of the Reds. If you don't know him, he's been playing pretty well. 1+ hit for him. He's going against Noah Syndergaard. I'm going to be honest, guys. I know I've been trashing him. He just doesn't really belong in the majors anymore. Maybe there's a spot in a bullpen for him. He's just not a good pitcher. I don't know what happened to him. It's all those injuries and everything. Lost so much velocity, and he is very, very hittable right now. He has a 6.54 ERA. He gives up 11 hits per 9 innings, which is in the 15th percentile of pitchers. Steer, he is tied for the 6th most hits in the major leagues in the last 15 days. I know for a fact most of you didn't know that, which is a good for a 377 average the last 15 days. He has 1+ hit in 16 of his last 20 games. I like this one, guys. Good odds of -115 for Wade and Spencer Steer to get 1+ hit each. Also, Steer is in the Reds and Dodger game. That is also an over under of 11. So both these have over under of 11. I like high totals. A lot of at bats, lots of runs, lots of action. I like these two to each get a hit. Let's make it 3 in a row on the hitter parlay and move on to game number 3. The third and final game: Detroit Tigers at the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies money line a humongous -255. Tigers money line +215. Over under of 8 runs in this game. Let's talk about the matchup real quick. First of all, the pitcher on the Tigers, Reese Olson. That's right, Reese's Pieces Olson. He has made one career start, 5 innings, 2 earned runs, and 6 Ks. You probably know nothing about him, and I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't know a lot about him either. So I looked up some things for him, or on him. 4.48 career ERA in 366 innings in the minors. That's not that great, guys. 6.38 this year in AAA, including 22 walks and 36.2 innings. Again, not good. He throws everything extremely hard. He's got a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Sinker is 95.5 miles an hour. Slider 85, and a changeup 88. That's right. Everything is hard. Personally, that's not a great mix of pitches. You want more differential between your fastball and your changeup than just 7, 8 miles an hour if you want to be effective, especially if you don't have control like he did not in the minor leagues. So Anyways, he's just a pitcher. He's gonna get hit around in this game. We got Zach Wheeler on the mound on the other side of the Phillies. He's been a little hit and miss. He has been better at home though. But overall, 4.33 ERA, 3.34 expected ERA. So he is due for some positive regression. He gives up a low 23.8% hard contact with a very high 27% K rate. Like I said, home road splits. He's got a 3.35 ERA at home and a 5.18 ERA in the road. So he is much better at home. He is now facing a Tigers offense that in the last month, 23rd WRC plus and 26th OPS. They don't have their main guy, Riley Green. He is out for a while. Here's the deal with the Tigers offense: 6 runs total in the last 5 games. Let that sink in. 6 runs in 5 games. This offense is atrocious. I think Wheeler's going to have one of his good games in this one. And I think this Phillies lineup, which is starting to heat up a little bit if you've been paying attention to them, they're going to let Reese Olson know how hard the major leagues really is. I think his last start was against the White Sox, maybe if I'm not mistaken, which, it's the White Sox. They're hit and miss against anybody. So I think the Phillies take care of business here. And my best bet in the game, you might want that too, right? Minus 1.5 runs for the Phillies at minus 114. I think those are pretty good odds, especially since the money line odds are minus 255. So all I need is the Phillies to win by 2+ runs with a much better starting pitcher, a much better lineup, and I won't say a much better bullpen, but I don't think that'll really matter. So Phillies minus 1.5 is my third and final best bet. Let's go to that bets recap page. There it is, over 9 D-backs Nats. Again, if you can only get 9.5, I like that too. Wade and Steer, 1+ hit each at minus 115. Let's make it 3 in a row. And then we got the Phillies minus 1.5 at minus 114. Those are our 3 best bets for June 7th. Thank you guys again for listening. I am going to come out with a short and all that tomorrow or later today for the NBA game. I'll probably have one, maybe 2 best bets for that. Let's see if we can stay hot in the NBA playoffs. Thank you guys for the support. I appreciate it. And don't forget to smash that like button. We'll talk to you guys later.